All right, and still basking in the euphoria of Nigeria's 55th independence, we have in the studio JJC Skillz.
Hello.
Hey, happy independence.
Happy independence to you too, darling.
Okay, so down to business. Okay. We can do the chit chat later. Nigeria at 55.
Yes.
How far has music come for us?
Oh, definitely. Music has gone a very long way. I mean, I remember about 15 years ago, in the clubs here in Nigeria, it would be 10% Nigerian music and 90% foreign music. Now it's totally the other way around.
Yeah.
It's 90% Nigerian music and definitely 10% foreign. And more importantly, all the different tribes are now representing themselves. We have the Igbo rappers and singers, Yoruba, Hausa. You know, we're becoming very, very, you know, good at expressing our identity, and I'm very proud of that.
Great. So let me ask you, what role have we played in Nigeria's story thus far? What role has the entertainment industry played in our story as a nation?
As a nation, I believe the music, music is the food of the soul. And I definitely believe that, many hits have come and passed that has addressed many issues. I remember once upon a time we had Nigeria Jaga Jaga, and it caused a big havoc. But I believe that many songs after that has come that has inspired people. The Land is Green, for instance. And, you know, I think music is definitely the voice of the people and the voice of the streets. So yeah.
Now, several years ago, we had more artists putting out patriotic songs.
Yes.
But nowadays, you know, we really don't get much of that. You see people putting out songs about Nigeria unity and one love about that October.
Yes.
Let me call it October rush.
Yes.
You know, so about this time, you see a lot of artists coming out with different songs about Nigeria.
Yes.
And then up until the next October, you rarely get stuff like that. Why do you think that is?
I think mainly people are trying to capitalize on that whole celebration period. I myself dropped a single called See Us Now, but with a different twist. This song you can play through the whole year, and it addresses the fact that we have come a long way, the changes that are happening, and what we expect from Nigeria in the future. And I think those kind of songs are very important because we need to educate the people that things are changing, and we just need to be a bit more cooperative with ourselves to make it, well, come to the finish line, I guess.
But why wait? Because honestly, our artists, they're always out there.
Yeah.
You know, they give some form of direction for our people as a nation. And they're always telling us, oh, this is, even if the journalists don't do it, the singers will do it.
Yes, we will.
You know, but why wait? Why do we have to wait until October 1 or thereabouts to put our songs out? Is it that we're not really that concerned, or why?
I don't think it's only during the October period. I think that we release numerous songs, but people only pay attention within this period. Most of the time we're busy dancing and shaking our tushies. I think that's what I believe is the case, but ultimately there are a lot of good musicians out there singing about unity, singing about Nigeria, and not really getting the kind of support.
Attention,
yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your video.
Yes.
See Us Now.
See Us Now. Featuring K10
Yeah, up until this time, before the video came out, you know, people thought, oh, JJC and K10, but now we've seen the video and we understand at least what you're trying to say. But let's talk more about it. What was your idea? What was the vision when you were putting together that song and the video?
When I moved back in 2011, almost everyone I met was surprised that I came back to Nigeria. That's to start with. Why are you back to Nigeria? Most people are trying to get to UK. Why are you coming back? Is it, did you run out of money? Is it this?
Are you in trouble?
Are you in trouble? Are you running from the law? And I'm like, no, Nigeria is the best land. Wow, remember that?
Yeah.
You know, and I've been telling people that, you know, Nigeria is home, and Nigeria is where I feel at home. And obviously now that I've gained the knowledge and I know what exactly I'm doing in my field, home is the best place to come and showcase it. So that's why I'm back. And that time people were like, Nigeria is rubbish. So I thought of an idea. I thought to myself, I want to do a song that after the song comes out, people would look at Nigeria differently. They'll be proud of Nigeria. They'll want to help to make it a better place. So I looked around me, and it took me, I think, a year to write that song, actually.
Wow.
And I just kept on picking up things that were happening around me, from the Occupy Nigeria to the Boko Haram issues or the killings in Port Harcourt. And I just told the story of where we were and where we want to be. And little things like I mentioned, look at Nigeria looking so bright, you know, and now a lot of people are saying to me, wow, Nigeria is actually, you know, we have more lights and we haven't. I told them, I wrote this song 2 years ago. Now, looking 2 years forward, we're already changing. Things are already happening. It's happening. So I hope that in 10 years' time, all these things that I mentioned will be so like distant memory, and we'll have a brand new Nigeria, and that's the hope for the song.
Yes to that.
Amen. God bless Nigeria.
Now, let's talk about the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And like we just said, things are happening.
Yeah.
We're not where we used to be. We may not be where we want to be, but we're not where we used to be. But the industry is celebrated so much now. You know, we have young people who want to come into music, into movies. Parents are now supporting their children, you know, as opposed to the story back then.
I know.
But then again, we see that only very few actually smile to the bank. Only very few have been able to make a commercial success of the entertainment industry. Now, is the boom real, or is it just paperwork?
The boom is kind of real. There's a lot of packaging, as the word will go in this industry, you know, fake it till you make it, as they say. But ultimately, for most young boys and young girls who are in this industry, they didn't have anything else to do, or they didn't have any other profession that they were good at, and they found music, and once in a while, music does pay off. It's just when it pays off, what do you do with the finances? How do you invest? How you plan your future determines how long you last in the industry, and if you keep eating from the industry. Majority of the people get a little bit of money and then they go partying and they go, you know, share your days and buy a car, rent a fine house and stuff like that, and money runs out. And yes, they disappear. But this industry does have money. You just have to have a good business head on your head, on your shoulders, should I say, to actually handle your business, yes. Okay,
so if you had the listening ears of the people that matter and the people that can, you know, shake things up and really take it forward for this industry, what would you be telling them?
I'll be telling them that we need to enforce the most important thing I think we need to sort out first is the piracy, and number two, accountability when it comes to PRS. When I say PRS, it's just the publishing of music. We need the government to be able to support the artists and the music makers, the producers, the songwriters, the record labels, for them to be able to get money back from media, from the TV stations, from the radio stations, and for all of these avenues to pay money back to musicians. And then now, the accountability of making sure that the money is spread to the right people, not just one person collecting the money and eating it. That is the way that I have been able to live in the UK for so long. Even at times, off one hit, I've been able to, you know, make money for 2-3 years. Yeah, and in Nigeria, when you do one song and the song dies out, you have to make another song again. And the only way you make a living is to go from one show to another. Now, forgetting the person that made the beats, that person gets paid a measly amount of money, and then they never get anything again from that song. The song keeps on getting played. It's on videos, it's on people, you go everywhere, you hear it, but the person that produced that record is not getting any income or residual income from it. So royalties or something. And that all those little things needs to be tidied up to make it an industry that actually, you know, people make a living from and take care of their family.
Helps the economy.
Helps the economy as well. Then we can pay more taxes.
True.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, JJC Skillz,
Thank you very much
for being a part of this.
My pleasure.
Happy Independence again.
Happy Independence to you too, my darling.
All right, thank you so much. We've just spoken to JJC Skillz, and hey, the fun doesn't stop. Entertainment News continues in a bit.